We have already heard a couple of reports that Marvel's She-Hulk is not shaping up to be the series that everybody hoped it would be, and that Marvel Studios going in a procedural crime-driven law show that is supposed to be a comedy has been a detriment to the quality of the series. Now we have another update that seems to back up these claims and add more fuel to the fire. So again, I do want to preface this, take all of this with a grain of salt. You can never confirm any of these reports up until we see the project for ourselves. And of course, that's how we should always approach these, unless we literally get 100% evidence that's literally not able to be disputed, then yeah, take it with a grain of salt. But again, we've heard plenty of times, specifically over the course of the last 3 to 4 months, that She-Hulk is somewhat in trouble. That's why they haven't officially confirmed the release date or any of the previous release dates, and why the release got shifted around to be where it is now with the potential of another delay. Apparently, we don't know. So adding more to this is the latest report by Matthew Bellani, who is a former editor over at The Hollywood Reporter and right now works at Puck.com, where he is covering entertainment from a lawyer's standpoint, talking about the conversation about what happens with the money involved with these projects and everything like that. So he says that right now Marvel Studios is trying to figure out how do they get to their next Avengers level interest from all these characters that aren't in the Avengers so far. And what he's saying here is essentially they're doing right now what they did with Phase 1. They're putting all of these out there and they're hoping that most of them can be hits. And then when the next Avenger-style project comes together, all of these characters will suddenly be relevant. And that's what they're focused on right now. But he says that the slow buildup of these non-Avengers properties is taking longer than expected because obviously of everything that's gone on around the world and the releases and everything. And it's here that he talks about She-Hulk. And he says that he's heard more reports that this thing is reportedly a mess. Also, that Mark Ruffalo has apparently been substantially reduced in his time in the series, and now he has a small role in it, and he doesn't know how this is going to impact the whole thing as well, and whether this was decided very early on in production, or if this was later due to edits. So again, this is sounding like somewhat of a troubled production, and I would really hate if She-Hulk was the one MCU show to be like the first bomb, because again, there's a lot of fans, such as myself, of the Hulk and She-Hulk. And I was always worried when they said it's going to be a 10-episode, crime, courtroom, procedural, drama, laugh track, comedy style thing. It never really sat well with me. And maybe they've shifted some of that, but we don't know. And I guess we're going to know soon. But again, the more these reports keep coming in from different sources, the more it's sounding like there's something legit going on with this thing that's pretty bad. And who knows if we'll ever see the full story or not.